So, area of a circle. You have to remember the formula. There's only one formula to remember for area of a circle. Pi r squared. So make sure you have this memorized for the quiz. Okay? Now, the problem is, if we are given diameter, what do I have to do first? I'm going to have to divide to get the radius. So, unlike circumference, where there's two formulas, there's pi d, or there's 2 pi r. For area, the space inside the circle, there's only one. Okay, so if you're given the diameter, you got to cut the diameter in half to get the radius. So, as we go, those are 2 out of the 3 formulas you got to know for Friday. So, if I want to find the area, just like we did yesterday, there's the exact area and approximate. Exacts in terms of pi, approximate is just the decimal. So, let's find the area in example 1. And usually when they want the area, sometimes they'll shade the circle. And so they want the area of the whole shaded region. Instead of like circumference, they'll leave it open. But that's not always true. So in example 1, 4.2, is that a radius or diameter? Radius. So area is pi r squared. So if I do exact, I'm going to do pi times 4.2 squared. So if you do 4.2 squared, now you're only squaring the 4.2. Don't square the pi too. 4.2 squared. So our exact area is 17.64 pi. Our approximate, if I take this and I multiply it by pi, is 55.42. Now here's the question. What are the units with area? If these are meters, it's meters what? It's meters squared. Okay, so circumference, it's just inches or whatever it is. If it's area, it's something squared. Think about that's why you're squaring the number. Okay. So for B, now it's asking, okay, I give you the area of that circle, because we're not going to always just do this. This is too easy. If I give you that the area of the circle is 201 inches squared, can you find the diameter? This is actually kind of a hard question. It's like 4 steps. Because our formula only gives us radius. So I'm going to have to find radius and then double it. Okay? So make the 201, just like we did yesterday, equal to pi r squared. What would be my first step? What do you think? Should I divide by pi or should I square root? I'm going to divide by pi first. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi to get that out of the way. So 201 divided by pi is 63.98. So 63.98 is equal to the radius squared. So now what am I going to do? Now could I square root? So the square root is 63.98. Can I just round that to 8? But the question says, what's the diameter? So the radius is 8 inches. So what? Double it. So what's the diameter? Okay, so not every problem is just going to be as easy as find the area. I actually give you a lot of hard problems today. C is another one. C is the kind of question I can give you on a quiz, that tells me you understand circumference and area all at the same time and how they're related. So C says the circumference of a circle is 18 pi inches. We then need to find the area. So this is a multi-step problem. We need to first get to finding R. Before we find the area, we got to find the radius, right? Because the formula only works with radius. So I'm going to do what we did yesterday. I'm going to make 18 pi equal to 2 pi r. I'm going to make the circumference equal to the circumference formula. Does that make sense? Because we're given the circumference. So, this is like number 7 on your homework. I can divide by 2. I get 9 pi is equal to pi r. Since pi is on both sides, you can just cancel pi. So 9 is the radius. Now I can put that into my area formula. So it's like, it can be a complicated question. So now I'm going to say the area is pi times 9 squared. So our first step is to find r. Now I'm going to plug r back in. You want exact or you want decimal? You guys care? What's 9 squared? So the area is 81 pi, which is 254.47 inches squared. So you'll see problems like this on the review, on your homework, on your quizzes, where they're both being connected. If I give you the area, could you find the circumference? If I give you the circumference, can you find the area? Okay, you got to feel comfortable going back and forth. The point is to always get to the radius. Find the radius, and then you can convert to either one. Questions? Okay, now we're going to do some story problems. Yay. So the first one, we had Detroit-style pizza company, which is in St. Clair Shores, earned the title of the world's best pizza at the 2012 International Pizza Expo. A small, medium, and a large cheese pizza has a diameter of 8 inches, 12 inches, and 16 inches. The cost is $5.99, $7.99, and $9.99. Which size is the better deal for the money? So what we're going to do is we're going to find the price per square inch of pizza. Okay, so we're going to figure out the area of the small pizza, the medium pizza, and the large pizza first. So you're going to have to write kind of small. So the small pizza, if I want to find the area of the small pizza, remember, pizza is always given to you in a diameter. If it says it's a 12-inch pizza, that's a 12-inch diameter. So an 8-inch pizza has a radius of what? 4. So the area of the small pizza is pi times 4 squared. Sorry. This one, it's actually easier if you just, if you find the decimal answer, the approximate answer. Pi times 4 squared. So 50.27 inches squared. Okay. We're going to go ahead and find the area of all three first. Okay, the medium pizza is a 12-inch diameter. So what's its radius? How big is each slice? 6. So pi times 6 squared. $113.1. large has a diameter of 16 inches, so what's its radius? 8. So pi 8 squared. (201.06). Okay, so we have the amount of pizza in each pizza, and we have the price. So when we find price per square inch, I take the price and I divide it by the area. Okay, because it's price per square inch. So for the small, I'm going to take $5.99 and divide it by 50.27. So a small pizza, you pay about 12 cents per square inch. So small pizza, you pay about 12 cents per square inch. For the medium, I'm going to take $7.99 divided by 113.1. You pay about 7 cents per square inch. The large, I'm going to take $9.99 divided by 201.06. And you pay about 5 cents? So what is the best deal? What size pizza should you get? Small. That you're paying the most for small. The best deal would be a large. Okay, the best deal would be the large. Have you ever looked? Another life lesson. Now we're all going to become painters. And we're painting a wall. So this is an accent wall in my dining room. There's an arched doorway, and a small can of paint covers about 100 square feet. I got to figure out how many cans of paint I need to buy. So we're painting this whole thing, besides obviously the doorway. So I have to find the area of that section of wall. So I don't go out and waste my money and buy like 18 cans of paint when I only need like 2. So how do you think I could find the area of that shaded region? Can I find the area of the whole wall? Do you all know how to find area of a rectangle? I'm going to go like this. Area of a rectangle. If it's 20 feet by 12 feet, that's a tall ceiling. What would I do to find the area of the whole wall? Just 20 times 12, base times height. So the whole wall is 240 square feet without the doorway, or with the doorway. So now I have to figure out, can I take out the doorway, this area, from the whole area? So look at this shape. If I were to draw a line right here, isn't that just another rectangle with a half a circle on top? Do you know how to find the area of a rectangle? We just did it. Do you know how to find area of half a circle? I could take the regular area and just cut it in half. So we're going to find the area of the doorway and then subtract it out of our 240. Does that make sense? Because you're going to do this a lot in your homework. So find the area of the big thing, find the area of the little things, and subtract. So the area of my other rectangle is 4 feet by 9 feet. So 4 times 9 would be 36 square feet. So this here is 36. Okay, then I'm going to find the area of my half a circle. The top part, the arched part of my doorway. So it's going to be pi r squared cut in half, because it's half a circle. What do you think the radius is here? 2. Because if the 4's down here, it's still 4 feet up here, right? A door doesn't, hopefully, become slanted inward. If it's 4 feet at the bottom, hopefully it's 4 feet at the top. So the radius here is 2. So we're going to take pi times 2 squared, but then I'm going to cut it in half, because it's half a circle. If it was a quarter, you would cut it, divide by 4. Does that make sense? So pi times 2 squared, I'm going to do that first. 12.5657 divided by 2, 6.28. So to find the area of the wall, okay, I'm going to take the whole area. I'm going to take my 240 square feet. I'm going to subtract out the 36 square feet from the rectangular part of the doorway. I'm going to subtract out 6.28 from the half circle part of the doorway. So the whole wall is 197.72 square feet. But the question says, how many cans of paint should I buy if one can covers 100 square feet? How many cans do I get? 2. If I wanted to do 2 coats, I'd have to get 4 cans. Make sense? Just trust me, you don't want to waste your money, and paint is not easily returned. Questions? This shows up a couple times. Aaron, turn around. Ready for the last problem? So, we have 3 circles. In circle A, the radius of circle A is twice the radius of circle B, and 4 times the radius of circle C. If the sum of the circumferences of the circles is 42 pi, find the measure of segment AC. Yowza. Okay. So think about, in my 3 circles, I'm actually going to go backwards, because circle C is the smallest. Okay, circle C is the smallest. So I'm just going to make this section here, it's really hard to see, I'm going to make that R. Just one radius. Circle B is basically twice as big. Because so I'm going to make this section right here 2R. And then the radius of circle A is 4 times as big. So I'm going to make this section 4R. So I have 3 circles. I have to look at 3 circumferences. So for circle C, the circumference formula would just be 2 pi r. That's for circle C. Since circle B is twice as big, the circumference formula doubles. So for circle B, it's going to be 4 pi r. Because I have 2 times 2. For circle A, the circumference formula will quadruple. So I have 8 pi r. So this was just with the regular r, this was with the double, this is with the quadruple. All three of those together have to equal 42 pi. We're trying to find the radius. Once I can find regular r, I can find the length of the segment from A to C. You see how all three of these is like a number pi r? Because of that, you can just add the numbers together. It's like combining like terms. What's 8 plus 2 plus 4? So I have 14 pi r equals 42 pi. I'm trying to find r. What should I do? What do y'all do it in your calculators? Divide by pi. Net cancels those out. So you get 14r equals 42. Oops, you can't see that. So what's my last step? Divide by 14. Okay, so our radius is 3. Okay, we're not done though. Question says, how far is it from A to C? I wish this was slightly bigger. If the radius is 3, that means right there is 3. From the outside of this circle to B is 6, because it was double. From point B to the outside is another 6. Then from the outside of this circle to A is 12, because it's quadruple. So if I add all that together, I get 27. Okay, this problem is you're not going to see as often as the painting problem. So if you don't totally get it, that's okay. Find the total area of all three circles. So the area of circle C is going to be pi 3 squared, because that was our radius. The area of circle B is pi 6 squared, because it was double. The area of circle A is pi 12 squared, because it's quadruple. If you're trying to add all these together, square the numbers first. What's 3 squared? 9. So we got 9 pi 6 squared. 12 squared. Okay, so I take all three of those and just add them in my calculator. Okay, so I just take all three of those. So the total area is 593.76, whatever, units squared. Okay, questions? Like I said, this problem, example 4, you won't see as often as you would see example 3 or 2 or 1.